Hello, friends. You're invited to live your spirit consciously and authentically. Most people aren't living with intention. They're running old childhood patterns. You may experience fear, stress, anxiety, or even chronic pain that doesn't fully go away. This is where emotional intelligence becomes power and freedom. Welcome to Living Your Spirit with Anthony. In each episode, we explore moving through emotional pain, living more authentically, and stepping outside the old matrix of fear and stepping into conscious living. Hello, friends. Welcome to Freedom Friday number 4, using I am as your identity, specifically for living your spirit. And this is Living Your Spirit. I am Anthony, and today I'm talking about using I am as your identity. What's your identity? Who are you? Who are you being? How are you feeling? What are you doing? Where are you going in life? What are the things that you want? What are you trying to achieve? How are you getting from point A to point B? So that question comes up when, or those questions come up when we think, who are you being? What's your identity? And a lot of people will answer and say, I am. I am a doctor. I am a housewife. I am a corporate executive. I'm an Uber driver. I'm a taxi driver. I'm a street sweeper. But then what else are you? I'm a good guy. I'm a great wife. I'm a caring son. I'm a homeowner. I'm a great neighbor. All of those things are part of your identity. So when you say I am, how are you using I am? And how are you feeling about it? And is who you are being giving you what you want and taking you to the places that you want to go in life, or showing you who you really want to be? Or is your identity someone that you don't want to be? And those would be identities like, I am sad. I am poor. I am not good enough. I'm not getting the raise. I'm not able to afford the house. I'm not driving the car that I want. So if you notice how some of them sound more positive and some of them sound more negative, and depending on which ones you use, they will make you feel better. They will make you see greater success in life, or they will make you feel down and depressed, and your reality will show you things that keep you down and depressed. So if you say, I am struggling, you're probably going to be struggling. So this is, what is this, April? We're heading into May 2026. AI is coming. AI is here, but from a standpoint of it's going to be doing a whole lot more than it is currently, every human needs to understand and identify who they are, what they want, where they're going, how they're going to get there, and have a vision and have a focus. Much of that will need to be connection with other humans, living your spirit, and understanding and knowing your identity. If you know you want to be a doctor, you know you want to be a lawyer, you know you want to be a mail carrier, you know you want to be a good husband or a housewife or a good son or a good daughter or a good parent, whatever that is, I think we're being called to understand what that is and to identify with it and to move in that direction with intention. I am moving in the direction of the thing or the things that I consider my identity. And in most cases, that changes, right? Because you may be one thing in the morning when you wake up, let's say a good parent, you get up, you get your kids up, you get them ready for school, you get them out the door. And then maybe you shift into a corporate executive, or maybe you're a stay-at-home mom, or maybe you're a business owner. So those things constantly change. Maybe you're a manager or a supervisor and you have to play a role for your staff or your employees. And then when you leave that setting and you come back home, maybe you have an identity of mom or dad or parent. So your identity doesn't necessarily stay the same, but in a lot of cases, we want to identify who we are. We want to understand who we are, and we want to make sure that we focus on things that are going to get us where we want to go and help us be who we want to be. That requires focus, that requires intention, and that requires thought. When you just think about who I am or who I want to be or who I'm becoming, you need to go into that with some type of intention and some focus. Sometimes you need to understand how you're going to get there or what you're going to do. But in many cases, simply having intention of being who you say you're going to be will kind of lead you down the path of doing the things that you need to do. And those things will feel like things that you want to do. And then, a few months goes by, maybe a year, and you notice you've done all of these things to get you to the place that you wanted to be. And now you're there. And in many cases, if you do it, let's say in a certain manner versus if you do it right or you do it correctly, if you do it in a certain manner, which that manner is with intention and focus, it kind of feels like you arrived at where you wanted to go or who you wanted to be without a lot of effort, without a lot of trying. And that's what we want. We want the I am and the identity to serve us and get us from point A to point B to point C. And when we use the I am identity, let's say in a proper manner, efficient manner, effective manner, most of what we do to get from point A to point B seems effortless. We enjoy doing things. We don't really feel like we're trying hard or we're putting in a lot of effort. We're certainly not considering ourselves one of the people that thinks they have to grind, get up at 4 a.m., run 60 miles, jump in a tub of ice, jump in a hot shower, have mushroom coffee. You don't need to do all that. If you want to do that, do it. If you like it and you enjoy it and it's part of your routine. But when these people that are like celebrities or musicians or millionaires and billionaires, and they put out these things that say what their routine is, it's like, who cares? Everyone's different. Your routine is your routine. And just because you get up at 3 a.m. and jump in a tub of ice doesn't mean that everyone should do that or everyone needs to do that. And in many cases, that's part of their identity. They believe they need to do that to get them to wherever it is they're going or to help them be whoever they want to be. If your identity is, I sleep in, that's pretty much my identity. I sleep in. I could not care any less about getting up early, and I typically will not get up early. I consider myself a sleeper. I sleep in. I get up at 8 or 9 or 10, but I go to bed at 11 or midnight or 1 in the morning. So it works for me. I've always been someone who's gone to bed really late and slept really late. So the mornings that I need to be up at 6 a.m. or 5 a.m., if I'm going somewhere or taking a flight, it's brutal. Getting in bed at 9 p.m. is brutal. Getting up at 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. is brutal. But hey, just like everything else in life, we do the things that fit us, feel best for us, align or resonate with us. So start thinking about it. A good way is to get out a piece of paper. I don't know how many people listen to when I say get out a pen, get out paper, and give an eye roll. Think, what is this? What year is this? Who has a pen and paper? I'm telling you, it makes a difference. It is not the same as leaving yourself a voice text. It is not the same as typing it into your phone. It literally changes the way your brain activates certain things in your brain to achieve what you're writing versus what you're typing. Using your hand, using your eye, writing and seeing what you have written is totally different than typing it into your phone with your thumbs. And I don't care if you don't believe me. But for those of you that do, old school, old school guys and girls, get out a piece of paper and write down your intention. Who do you want to be? Who do you want to become? And start living that. Start acting like that. Start acting like the person that you want to be, and you will see that that helps you change. Act as if, some people say. But when you're using I am as your identity, and you have focus and intention, and it's part of living your spirit, meaning it's effortless. It's very subtle. You're not trying. It really starts to bring you inner peace, inner joy, and satisfaction. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll talk to you next Friday. Hello, friends. Do you have a question about something you heard in this episode? Or do you have your own personal story that you would like to share with the audience? Please go to the show notes and click on Fan Mail to send me a text message. I'll be sure to feature your question in an upcoming episode or contact you so that you can be a guest. If you would like to join the 5-Day Clarity Challenge, please go to CoachAJ.com and click on the pop-up box that shows up as soon as you hit the website. Thanks for listening. We'll connect really soon.